All right. So, good evening on the other side of the world. My name is Mark Willardson. Very excited to have you here with us today or this evening, wherever you're coming in from. We are excited to have you here so that we can share our stories. And we have an amazing duo of products that we're excited to share with you this evening or this afternoon. These products came into our lives completely unexpectedly, and they were actually sent to us as a gift. My wife Judy and I have been in the home-based business arena, going on 30 years soon. And prior to that, we were business owners, and I fell in love with the ability to work from home instead of having to go to an office and actually having all those other responsibilities of employees and just so many things to do. So I might add that you've been invited to hear about these amazing products, but we also have what we consider to be an unbelievably fabulous opportunity, especially because of these products. Because you know what? Most of the people that join us in partners in this do it because of the result of the experience they have with the product. And that's how direct sales was supposed to be. And so my wife and I, we received this product as a gift. We received a tub of coffee called Elevate. It said Smart Coffee. I had no idea what that meant. Of course, I would love to be smarter if I could. Everything it was talking about, though, I'll have to admit that I was like, I'm not sure I could get that from coffee. I never really quite understood the direct selling field with coffee, to be honest. But we love coffee. So, you know what? The next day, Judy and I woke up and we drank coffee. We went about our day. And it was the end of the day when we realized we're empty nesters. I don't know what it's like in Australia, New Zealand, but when you get to be empty nesters, sometimes it's just easier to go out to eat. And so that was our routine. And that's when we realized we hadn't eaten anything all day. We hadn't thought about food. Oh, well, we didn't think much about it. We went out to eat. I remember it was a Mexican place. I always eat this burrito I order there, but guess what? I brought half of it home. I wasn't that hungry. Didn't think anything of it. Day two, similar thing happened. Guess what? The food we brought home, we didn't eat. Day three, the same thing happened. We started thinking, why don't we care about what we're ordering? Because we decided to start sharing, and we never could agree on something when we had a menu in front of us. Oh, well, the bottom line was something was changing. We were aware of it, but not aware of it, if that makes sense. Remember, nobody shared any stories with us, they just sent us the coffee. Well, I also noticed that obviously, look, I'm not eating as much food. I'm going to lose weight. I'm one of those people that get on the scale every morning when I get up. Just like a religion. I was losing weight, and after about 10 days, I had lost about 8 pounds, and I'm not making a weight loss claim or anything. I'll be real. You know what? When you lose weight really fast right away, it's usually water. That's the bottom line. That's why if you're a guy like me, you're always 5 pounds lighter in the morning when you get up. But I'd literally come down 8 pounds over time, and something was going on. And then the next thing that happened after that was I woke up. My normal day was about 30 minutes into my day. I'd have my legs burning so bad that I would have to take some pain medication. And this is something I've been on for a long time. I got hit by a drunk driver back in 2005. I have nerve damage in both my legs. And something different, though, was going on because usually about 30 minutes into my morning, my legs are burning so bad that then I have to start my regimen of taking pain meds. And it's part of my routine. And to be honest with you, they weren't working very good anymore. I wasn't happy. Um, it sucked, to be completely honest with you. But what was going on this particular morning was it was 2 hours, not 30 minutes. and my legs weren't hurting so bad. I was actually having withdrawals. Now, I'm not making a medical claim, right? Something was different. Something was going on, and I really wasn't sure what it was. So I picked the phone up and I made a phone call. I called the company and I got him on the phone and I told him, look, this is a gift. I lost some weight. I get the weight loss thing. I get my, I don't really understand why. But I told them my story and they said, well, we don't know. Let's get the manufacturer on the phone. We got the manufacturer on the phone, and the scientists that created this, we were talking about it. And he said, look, I'm not a doctor. He said, but the coffee is designed to get your brain to release dopamine, which, we make that, right? But it gets it to release it. It gets it to release serotonin. If you know, in this world today, especially ladies, we have a real big problem with serotonin levels in women. That's why, there's so many things going around with antidepressants and all that stuff. And your body makes it. Actually, a lot of it's made in your stomach. And then it also gets our brain to release endorphins. And this gentleman, Kevin, said, I'm not a doctor, he said, but I think what's going on is I think maybe your brain, because you've been taking endorphins, that's what pain medicine kind of is. Endorphins are your brain's own natural sense, like it's their own natural pain medicine in a sense. It's also released to celebrate, to feel good. He said, maybe because you've been taking it, maybe your brain hasn't been making any, and maybe the coffee is getting it to release some. And maybe that's why you're having this extension in the morning. And so the reality was, it didn't cure me or anything like that. But you know what? It made the medications work better. It allowed me to take less. And along with my doctor, it's been a plus, right? Because the meds I was on weren't working very good, and they wanted to put me, or they had no choice but to put me on something stronger, and I didn't want to go there. And so I haven't ever had to go there. It actually helped me to cut back on the amount that I've needed. It's improved my life drastically. And I don't know what it would do for you, but I just know that I'm better as a result of my brain releasing more of those hormones. And I think the product kind of meets us where we're at. I just tell people, you know what, that's my story. I can't wait to hear your story. I can't wait for you to try it. But you know what? I'm going to play a quick video that might do a little better job of explaining the coffee. And it's going to talk about our Xanthamax. And we'll come back and talk a minute about that. And then we're going to go bring on 4 stories of others and how they've experienced this product. And then we'll wrap it up. So let me go ahead and share my screen and play this video.
Have you heard about the new Happy Coffee? It's the first coffee ever that helps your body promote its own happy hormones. Positive moments, friendships, love. These all naturally release positive chemicals in your brain. These happy hormones are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. When you're happy, you're better. A better friend, a better parent, a better partner, with more energy and drive to make each day count. And for less than the price of a Starbucks drip coffee, the Elevate functional beverages together with Xanthamax become the Dose Duo, helping your body promote its own dose of these happy hormones in 3 simple steps. Step 1, choose your beverage. Get a head start with Elevate Smart Coffee, a delicious functional coffee infused with nootropic ingredients. An all-natural blend of amino acids, choline, and fat burners designed to assist with mental clarity, memory, and energy. Step it up with Elevate Nitro. This 100% Colombian coffee blooms with a bold, aromatic body. Nitro has an added bonus of helping to promote nitric oxide production for improved blood flow and antioxidant protection. Top off your Elevate coffee with Keto Cray, a delicious creamer designed to support a healthy keto lifestyle. Then revel in Chocolate, all the benefits of the Elevate Smart Coffee and a delicious, nootropic infused hot chocolate. Enjoy the velvety, decadent taste and be prepared to get happy. Need a refreshing, cool pick-me-up? Then try our Elevate Zest, a lemon and lime citrus twist on a classic drink that is sure to make you smile. Step 2. Get Xanthamaxed. The exclusive Xanthamax supplement delivers xanthahumol, a natural ingredient known to promote the happiness hormone oxytocin. And it uses liposome technology to protect and deliver its benefits right to your cells. When taken with your Elevate beverage, they become the Dose Duo, completing the set of 4 hormones associated with happiness. It even helps promote weight loss and curbs appetite. This powerful duo is an instant impact product to start you off right and keep you moving. Step 3, be happy. The Dose Duo plus you obviously means more happiness. Be you and elevate your health and happiness today.
Okay, so it also talked about this little pill we have, Xanthamax. Now, at the time, I hadn't experienced that. I didn't know anything about it, and the gentleman asked me, you know, if I was taking it, and I didn't know what it was, and he said, well, get it and try it, because he said that's going to get your brain to also release oxytocin. Oxytocin is a very powerful, I don't know, some kind of a master hormone. You guys understand, I'm not a pro at any of this. I know there's coffee in our coffee. I know there's this thing called xanthahumol and the Xanthamax, so I know that's where the xantha comes from. I know it comes from hops. I know it's the only ingredient in the world that can get your brain to release oxytocin. I know Kevin figured out how to make it work at a very high level. He figured out how to get it to give us a really huge benefit. Oxytocin's that feeling you get when, like, you hug your child, when, especially if you haven't seen them in a while, that overwhelming kind of feeling of joy. Couples, I can tell you that this product is amazing. You know, look, partnerships are a lot of work all the time. And sometimes there's little things, right? Like, I drive Judy crazy because I'm a little analytical and I try to solve everything. Sometimes she just wants me to listen to her, right? And I can tell you that I used to be in trouble a lot. From that, this makes her woman. All those little things that used to bug her, they bounce right off her. I don't know why or how, I just know. During the COVID, a few weeks back, there was a Harvard doctor professor on that said, look, gang, you all need to, in your homes, you need to hug each other at least for 20 seconds every 2 hours, because it's the only way you're gonna get this dump of oxytocin. And it's that important because there's so much stress when you're all kind of locked down. It just, having to deal and get along with people. And so all those little things that are bothering you, they don't bother you anymore. Couples, try it. All you have to do is hug, especially if you're having a disagreement, hug each other, hold each other, get skin to skin, and watch when the oxytocin releases. It won't matter anymore. So I hear all the time, this stuff saved our marriage. It's not uncommon. It's not some miracle, anything. It just works. How cool is it that these two products together, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, they were meant to be that duo to work together, because they do give you what we call that full dose of happy. We've got the only two products in the world that can help our brains and our tummies produce the 4 happiness hormones. The stories are the amazing part. And that's why, for my wife, Judy, when we experienced this product, we knew we had to share it with the world. There was just no question about that. And so we shared it with a few friends, and they were having incredible experiences just like we were. And so here we are, we're a couple years later. We are now open in Australia, New Zealand. We're so excited for you to have happened there what's happened here. All I can tell you is we've gone from really just kind of a couple of us to tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of distributors, hundreds of thousands of customers. The other day I looked at it and I said, okay, this is where we've been. This is where we've come to. Let me tell you something. At the same rate we're going at right now, it will take us 1,036 years just to get to the people here in America alone, for crying out loud. So we are a perfect opportunity. If maybe you're looking for something Ask the person that invited you here because they want to partner with you in business. We call ourselves elopreneurs, entrepreneurs elevating others. You know what? The truth is, we just help everybody. We work hand in hand. We help people achieve their dreams. And by doing that, ours take care of themselves. So I can't wait for you to hear these stories and experience these products. Let's get started. I'm going to start with Sophia. You know, Sophia, you're going to have to help me with the last name. I didn't do good in English in school. If you can unmute yourself and share your story, Sophia. I think it's a Malboy. Malboy, okay.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good
So
morning.
excited to be very, very nervous, but yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to get to know each other and see each other's faces. So this is awesome. Before I kick off, I want to do something really special that we do here in Australia. It's acknowledgement of country. And I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we all meet on across the country, across the globe, and pay my respect to traditional owners, elders, past, present, and emerging. So, like Mark said, I'm Sophia Malboy. I'm 27 and I live in Darwin, Northern Territory. I began my journey, I guess, by being approached by my best friend, Georgia Hadjic. I think she's on here now. And she approached me, she messaged me and said, hey, there's an opportunity coming up. Let's not miss out. And I small business. I was involved in another MLM prior to this, and I always knew that I wanted something more than sitting behind a desk job. Can you guys hear me properly? Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a tough connection, so I'm not sure, Sophia. We might have to go kind of fast, like where you were before or where you were after. We've got a terrible connection. I'm not sure what to say. Actually, Sophia, I think we've lost you altogether. I'm going to go ahead and try and come back to you in the end. If by chance you can get a connection that's better, more stable. Sometimes you have to go without your video. We'll try and bring you back on and as try and keep it as quick as possible when we do that. I'm going to try and come back. Maybe turn your video camera off and quickly in 2 or 3 minutes share the story. If that might help get it to go faster.
Yeah.
You know, your speed, I mean, of your internet.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so I guess I guess I started because, you know, I wanted an opportunity to, you know, always connect with others and to help people. It was in my nature to help my community and help others out. And I just found it as a great opportunity to, you know, get amongst that. And what better way than to do it, you know, by sharing coffee, something that I absolutely love and I drink all the time, you know. And if it had an added benefits, why the hell not, you know? That was easy enough to share, right? My first drink, I noticed an instant change. I didn't think it would happen, you know. You get a bit skeptical and you go, oh, you know, drinks are drinks, right? I was messaging Georgia 100 miles per hour, and I only noticed that after 5 minutes of reading back my messages and going blah, 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 blah. It was just you know, what the hell is going on? And she even messaged me back and said, I'm on the same high. I don't understand it. And that instant, I just felt like people need to know that. People need to understand, you know, the effects of this, you know, the instant effect of it. And it wasn't a tingly like pre-workout. It was more of a positive, calm motivation that I felt. It was just a weird feeling, right? And I just knew that I knew that I wanted to share that. And that was something incredible, a profound experience like that. You can't, I guess, talk about it. You've got to experience it yourself. So, you know, I really wanted to get that out there. I wanted to get my message out there. And I am someone who suffers PTSD. I had a very traumatic experience in high school, and it was something that lingered out throughout my whole life. And I had my recent experience recently before the coffee, and I told Georgia about it. And now that I've been dealing with it. I don't know if it's the coffee or if it's just how I'm handling life. I haven't done anything different with it, but I have a sense of calm and a sense of positivity whenever I'm, dealing my day to day, when I'm at work. Like, it's uni time, it's exam time for me as a student, in my last year of my diploma. And it got me over the line of my oral presentation. I smashed my oral presentation. And I told the girls that on our chat, that my lecturer said, "You're really calm." And I'm like, "I'm totally nervous." And he said, "Well, you did really well." And I thought, "Oh shit, I did do well." I read it back and I thought, "Oh, that was great." And I didn't do anything different except have a coffee in the morning. And that's a testimonial. That's a testimony for me. It might be a small change, it might be a small, high that I felt, but it made a huge difference in how I approached my work as a student and day-to-day kind of life. So, and if I can share that with others and share that small change, the tiny change, and make waves in people's lives, for me, that is rewarding. For me, that's what I'd love to do, and what I want to give to others, give that back to others. So that's a little bit about the small changes that I've experienced in such a short time, that's getting me really excited and getting me really passionate about the work that we're doing, and to have an awesome community of people that are willing to connect and willing to be there for you on a whim, and have a like-minded people. Like, I wanted to start this journey because I'm someone who loves to connect. I love to connect with people and to get on the same level as people and share that like-minded and share the same values. Yeah. So I didn't have to go far. I just had to speak to a few of the people on our chats and in our community to know that, yeah, this is the place that I wanted to be. And this is the place that I want to bring people into our fold and, share with them such an awesome, community of people who have their own trauma, who have their own experiences, and to be willing to share that and willing to share that positivity and happiness. Yeah. So I guess that's a little bit about, where I'm at with the coffee so far and how much it's already changing, my life.
Thanks, Sophia. That was awesome. And guess what? The internet gods came through and you didn't break out the second time. So they wanted us to hear everything. So
awesome.
Thanks so much. And, folks, can't explain it. We hear it all the time here, with people, especially a lot of military vets here in the U.S. that were over doing time in Iraq and Afghanistan and living around all that stuff blowing up all around them. And they're dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. And it's just a common theme that, I hear, "Oh my gosh, I don't need to sleep with the lights on anymore. I'm not edgy anymore. I'm just so much easier to get along with for my family." Again, I don't know what it's going to do for you, but it did a bunch for Sophia and it does a bunch for everybody else. Can't wait to hear your story. Okay, let's move on. Craig and Neri Finley. Are you there, Craig and Neri?
Yes, it's Craig here today. Neri's not with me today, but I'm coming to you from the lovely Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And it's my privilege today to share about my experience with the product and what we term Happy Coffee and Xanthamax. I was introduced to the business through Neil Stace, and he mainly about the business first, because it was all pre-launch before we even could get the product that I first heard about this. And so over the past 10 years of our friendship, we've chatted many times about finding ways to leverage our timing instead of exchanging our time for money. And that was from the 9-to-5 grind, I guess. And that was always something that's been of interest to me. So we've been looking to find a business that was duplicatable and repeatable. And for me to find such a business that I can be involved in, I wanted the product to be something that I could have confidence in, that it'll do what it says it will do. So getting the product before the official launch was a bit of a challenge, to say the least, as far as postage and that was concerned, but we did finally get it. And I tell you what, I was just waiting with anticipation to try this product. And I can honestly say that after, you know, the first time I took it, about 15 minutes later, I thought to myself, you know, I can feel just behind my temples. It was like I just had this little buzz, and I'm thinking this is actually real. I mean, I've pulled a lot of cones in my life, and as a young man, as far as that sort of stuff, it wasn't an instant stone like I was tripping or anything like that. But I could honestly say I noticed that there was this sense of a buzz behind my temples. Yeah, so I'm thinking, wow, this is good. My first taste was, I'd have to describe, I would say, was interesting, because I guess I'm a coffee snob, where I've you know, been used to barista made coffee for many, many, many years, and had my own coffee machine, and it's a bit of an art. And so when I first tasted it, I thought, interesting. And so then I thought, I'd heard of, you know, people try different ways. So I thought, I'm going to do that. So I tried it every which way. I tried it straight. I added it to my barista coffee. I made it and added it to a shake. I made it on milk. But after 5 days, I actually was looking forward to the taste. I just have it straight up now, and I can't wait to have my coffee in the morning. It's like, I can't believe the transformation. I really like the taste of it. So more interesting, though, was the changes that I'd noticed in my life, and that was that my energy levels have been much greater, and my focus, if I was to describe it, I'd say that I'm more intentionally focused. I can concentrate longer with an approach to problems that's like, well, nothing's a problem, just bring it on. What's the next? And just sort of just take it from that. And my wife noticed my mood had lifted, because for the past 20 years I've struggled with depression. So all of a sudden it became a mood stabilizer. And it would be fair to say that it's changed my life. Other people started noticing it. People would say, man, you've got a spring in your step. You seem to have so much energy. And I go, and they said, what's that about? And I said, it's about the happy coffee that I'm drinking. Oh, what's happy coffee? Anyway, and there's how you start talking to people. So it's been amazing. It'd be fair to say that this product has changed my life. And the advice that I give to people is, look, if you're willing to invest in yourself and your health, give this stuff a go for a month and see what happens. You know, my appetite has changed too. I've struggled with weight all my life, and I find now that I'm not as hungry. And when I think I'm hungry, I actually ask myself the question, am I really hungry? And just sit and be present with my body and just say, you know what, I'm not really hungry. It's just that it's the time that I normally eat, but I'm not really hungry. Yesterday, 3 times I went to get something out of the cupboard, and I thought, you know, I'm not really hungry. I'm just, it's habit. And that was changing. So, yeah, so I'm not really as hungry. And so I just carry on. And the other thing I've noticed too is that I love surfing, but I haven't surfed for a lot of years. Well, I sort of gave up for a few years and got back into it. And I'm paddling like, I'm 60 this year, and I'm paddling like a 20-year-old. I mean, I'm out there, and these guys are just saying, one guy yesterday asked me for a tow. I went surfing yesterday afternoon. He said, can you give me a tow, man? He said, you're paddling like he just couldn't believe it. He just wanted to know if I'd tow him out. And so I'm pumped. I'm pumped on this product. So I'm just,
Awesome.
just going surfing, and it's just been great. So happy coffee is a #1 priority in my life now. And awesome. I want many other people to experience it, and so that it becomes their #1 priority. So yeah, that's my story.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you for your testimony. It really is cool. You know, it's coffee, but it's smart coffee. Remember, the #1 thing is what it does for us. My daughter doesn't drink coffee. She just takes a scoop of this and throws it in the back of her tongue and chases it down with a little bit of orange juice. Just get it in your body. So many people like Craig just put it with their coffee. Others, I drink my coffee with flavored creamer. So, I mean, I can make just about any coffee taste good with my flavored creamer. And so bottom line is, most of us don't realize how much we do eat based off of our feelings. And once you get on this product, you start to realize it. And it's such a, think about the vicious cycle, especially, I mean, we all go through it, right? Maybe we gain some weight, Why? Because we're running to the fridge. Maybe when we're feeling a little anxiety or a little down in the dump, we want to pick me up. Well, you know, I mean, it just is, right? I mean, you can be feeling really sad, and if maybe you have a little bowl of ice cream, everything in the world suddenly is good for a moment. But then after you had it, you feel guilty, and then you go look in the mirror and go, oh my God, what am I doing to myself? And you go back and have a little more ice cream so you feel good. If only we could have ice cream that was guilt-free, sugar-free, fat-free, and healthy. Oh well, the bottom line is it just works, plain and simple. So again, thanks, Craig, for your testimony. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Leon. Is it Leon Tiena? Are you there, Leon?
Yes, I am, Mark. How are you?
I am good, sir. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Good. Nervous.
That's okay. You know, just let us know how you were feeling before. Let us know how you're feeling now as a result of the product. That would be awesome.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hi to everyone. Good afternoon, Australia and New Zealand as well. And good evening to America. My name is Leon. If you have never met me, hi to you. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. So, yeah, when I first started taking this, I was skeptical. I'm not a coffee drinker. And if I did drink coffee, it was black. No sugar, no milk. I've never been a coffee drinker at all. I've always been a Milo drinker or a tea, you know. Since I tried this product, I was just like, is this gonna taste like every other coffee? Yuck. But then I tried it and I was like, okay, this is a bit different. You know, I'm not used to this type of coffee, the taste, and also with the pill as well. I took the pill as well, experimented, and I felt instantly difference. I felt a lot more open. I didn't feel enclosed as I have been over the years. Over the years, I'm a jack of all trades. I've always wanted to connect with people, but never had the opportunity or the courage to do so. So, you know, I was always a people's person when I was young until probably my early 20s. That's when I started drifting away from family. I started drifting away from friends. So I couldn't really emotionally connect with anyone because I was too busy in my head. You know, I felt different. I felt like it wasn't worth it for me because I couldn't connect with them. So as I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a truck driver, forklift driver, factory, production worker. I do all of that. This online marketing is brand new for me. Like, I'm just fresh out of the workforce. Seriously, like, I didn't know how this was going to go for me. So I quit my job and I've put in all my effort into this and trying to find myself again. So when I did start taking this product, I think in about a week, I could feel myself be that old me, but in the present. I felt young, really young. At my age now, I'm 32 years of age. So I've experienced a lot. I've experienced a lot of experiences at work as well as friendships. I've had a lot of friendships, but I've let them go because, like I said, I couldn't really keep connecting. In my state of mind, I wasn't in the right place. My emotions weren't in the right place either. So since I started trying this product, I have slowly rekindled that flame, you know, that enjoyment of being around people, that enjoyment of talking and communicating with others, especially family. Like, there are family I have missed, as we call it in my language, we call it a tangi, which is a funeral or a passing. I've missed a lot since then. And this has really clarified my mind. Like, it's really made me happy, you know, that just because I didn't make it there for those, that in spirit I'm there. and they know that. I've also just, you know, trying to get in touch with everyone and tell them how I am, and, you know, and be there for them as like before I wasn't. So now they're slowly coming back into my life, old friends, past family members that I've lost touch with. And you know, they've gone to me, you know, what's changed about you? What have you done over these years? And I said, to be really honest, my working life, I haven't achieved my goals. I have not achieved one of them that I set out to do. And since this product has come into my life, I felt the change. I felt the difference in the way I was thinking and, you know, wording everything towards everyone. I wasn't always, you know, happy until this product came along. And when this product came along and I had my first coffee of that, I'm a converted coffee drinker. I have this every morning. I feel great every morning. I always look forward to it. And I just want everyone else. I would just want to share this product because it can change people's lives. And I notice in myself that I'm like this bright star now. You know, and I want to continue being bright, and I want everyone else that, you know, wants to be a part of this business to shine bright like me. So I'm hoping, you know, that everyone that I, you know, meet maybe again, you know, join me in this journey and join us as a community, you know, to be, you know, be there for each other. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Leon. Thank you. You know, it really is amazing. You made me think back to a period a couple of years ago. A friend of ours, her daughter, you know, I don't understand it, right? This crazy thing with hormones and how much they can, her daughter, you know, just kind of pulled away, and all of a sudden it just like she blossomed and came out, and just all of a sudden, you know, whatever was holding her back wasn't holding her back anymore. And she moved into this place to where she was going to go for it. And just little successes, they started piling up one on the other. And it's so amazing to watch, you know, that journey as we share this product with somebody and they have an experience like that. There's nothing more rewarding in the whole world. So, you know, thank you for sharing your heart. You truly shared your heart. And we are here as a community to help, to support you and to help you as you spread the word with this product. You know, that's how direct sales is supposed to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's supposed to be, you try a product, you love the product, you share the product, and everything else should take care of itself. Yes, it takes work, right? It takes a little bit, you know, be consistent with it, an hour or two a day if you're looking for an opportunity in business. It really is that simple. So let's go ahead. We have one more guest this evening. Cherie Sparks, are you there, Cherie?
I'm here.
Hello there. I hear you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Yeah, so my name is Cherie, not Gary, which you're probably seeing on the screen now. That's my husband's name because I'm on his computer. And like Leon, I'm from Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. And our story, wow, it's we were approached by the wonderful Tommy Wyatt, who we'd been in business previously before, many years ago. And he reached out to us and said, hey guys, not sure what you're doing at the moment, but I'm bringing this amazing company to Australia and was wondering if you guys would like to help launch it. And Gary and I we run our own property investment company. So we were really, really busy at that time. And we kind of pretty much just said to Tommy, look, all the best, we'll watch your journey. But yeah, we're kind of flat strapped. So we actually turned him down to start with, and not knowing at all even properly what the product was even about. And then a few days later, probably even close to a week later, a package turns up, and it's from this Elevate Coffee people. And I said to Gary, this has been sent to us by mistake. So I said, I'll send Tommy a message. And I said, Tommy, we've got somebody's order, and you know, I haven't ordered this. He said, oh, that's from me. It's arrived already. Great. So I said to Gary, well, we're going to have to try it now because he's going to ask us what we thought. So we tried it. And from that point, that was the game changer. That everything changed at that point once we had tried the product. For me, it was about 3 days later where this amazing energy kicked in. And I remember I woke up and I'd had the most soundest sleep. I've always been a light sleeper and I always get up once, sometimes even twice a night. And this particular night I slept the whole way through, and I woke up an hour and a half earlier than I normally get up. And Gary said to me, what are you doing? And I said, I feel great. I've had enough sleep. I'm getting up. So I hopped up, and most mornings I'll go for a run, not because I love it, but because we're supposed to exercise. It's good for your health. So I dragged my butt out the door. But this particular morning, I couldn't wait to get out the door. And when I ran, it was like I had a little motor behind me propelling me along. It felt so different. I got home and then I cleaned out the entire pantry, which had been on my to-do list for months and just didn't get around to it. So for me, it was the energy straight away, and that energy hasn't left me, which is awesome. It's like an energy and a motivation to get things done, you know. And for me, it's kind of like a domino effect. So now I'm sleeping through the night. I don't get up anymore, which is fantastic. It's a sound asleep. So now I wake up more energized. Because I'm more energized, I'm more motivated to get things done. And because I'm getting things done, I feel happier. So for me, it's just, yeah, I never want to go back to that old kind of person that would just procrastinate and just, yeah, I'm loving the energy. For my husband, Gary, he's noticed different things in a different way. Yes, energy as well. But for him, he's had a knee operation. He's had 2 actually in the last 18 months. And he actually went back to the doctor or to the surgeon because his knee was still niggling him. The pain just never goes away. So he went back to the surgeon. This is before we started on the coffee. And he said, look, it's still no good. So he said, all right, we're going to send you off to get an MRI done and then come back in a week's time and we'll see where we're at with it. So within that week, the product had arrived from Tommy. And Gary doesn't drink coffee, so he has the Chocolate in a smoothie in the morning. And he had that. And a week later, the results come in. So he said, babe, I'm going back to the surgeon today, but I don't know what to tell him. And I said, why? And he said, the pain in my knee has gone. And he said, it doesn't matter how I move it, I can't get it to hurt. So the pain had completely gone. Now, obviously, we're not making any medical claims at all, but this is what's happened to him. This is his story. So the funny thing was, because he's on the Chocolate and I have the Elevate coffee, I accidentally forgot to order his chocolate when I was topping up. So he was actually without product for about 4 days. And would you believe by the 3rd day, he said to me, that niggle in my knee is back again. He said, do you think it's because I'm off the Chocolate and the Xanthamax? I said, yeah, for sure. So anyway, the Chocolate arrived. He got back on it again, and he's very skeptical, Gary. So he's still, I think, still not 100% sold. But then 3 days later, he got back on it and he rang me from work and he said, babe, this cannot be a coincidence. That pain in my knee, it's gone again. So for him, it's working wonderful for his knee pain, and yeah, more energy and everything like that. And also my daughter, it's really been great for our whole family. My daughter's 17, she suffers from anxiety, especially around school, exam times and things like that. Like you were mentioning too, Sophia, you know, you kind of get that anxious when you're doing orals and things like that. She's a high achiever.
Wait. Sorry.
Hold on. There we go. I think I got you back.
Yep, all good. Can you hear me?
Yep, hold on. I think I've lost you again. Cherie, can you hit your mute button?
How's that?
There we go. We got you back.
Awesome. So it's also helped my daughter too. She's 17, suffers with anxiety. So she's a very high achiever. So especially around exam times and things like that, she really, you know, struggles. She is a different girl now. Honestly, it's so refreshing to see her head off to school. She's more calmer. She doesn't get overwhelmed so easily. It's been amazing just to watch her journey alone. So yeah, we can't sing its praises enough. And you know, for somebody who said, no, we're not interested, Tommy, here we are, we're sharing it with everybody we know, you know, family, friends, on Zoom calls, because this is too good not to share with everybody. So that's been our journey, and yeah, we're absolutely loving it.
Oh, thank you. Your testimony is great. You know, I remember back, I was so excited in the beginning, and when I shared it with Tommy, he turned me down. So I know how you feel, yeah. But eventually he tried the product. He said, Mark, I'm a bourbon and cigar guy. I'm not a health and wellness kind of guy in that. So I was like, all right, Tommy. But eventually I sent him some, and guess what? It worked its magic. So
Yeah.
thanks, Cherie. Love your energy. Thank you so much. You know, folks, you can do this, right? It's that simple. The product's amazing. Come join us. Come be part of this with us and share it. Oh, and I'm just getting a note here. I do want to congratulate you, Cherie, on Star, Bronze, Silver, 2020 Club, all in your first month. Way to go. Congratulations. That's so awesome.
As I said, it's too good not to share, and that just comes from the territory. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, folks, get back with the person that invited you. Come be part of this with us. It really is a lot of fun. And, you know, you make it whatever you want it to be. We're here to help you. You know what? If you just want to hang out with a positive group of people and have some fun in that, come be part of our community. If you want to make some extra money, you know, let us know, you know, what it is that you want to do with this. And there really are no limits. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes sometimes we think in our head, oh, you know, if I have a bigger piece of the pie, somebody else has to have a smaller piece, right? No, that's the beauty of capitalism. That's the beauty of direct sales. There's no limit. We don't have to, if we have a bigger piece of the pie, take away from anybody. We can make the pie bigger. There's plenty of pie for everybody. Remember, we got to pick the thing up here 1,000 years just to get to the people that are here in America, not to mention Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the rest of the world. We got a lot of work to do. There's going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be so many incredible success stories. I can't wait to hear your success stories and your product stories on our next Zoom. So I just want to thank everybody for sharing your story. Again, thanks, Cherie. Thanks, Leon. Thanks, Craig. And thanks, Sophia. All of you guys were amazing tonight. From our heart to yours, have an incredible week. Next will be the Thursday night, Friday morning, this same time, Friday morning, we have what's called Take Action Thursdays here, where you can hear stories of leaders and their little tips and tricks. And then, of course, we'll see you back here on Friday night, your Saturday morning, okay? Again, and then of course our Sunday night, your Monday. We also have our normal dose Zoom that we've always done here in America. So thanks again. Have a great evening. Remember, folks, get back to the person you invited. Experience this product. It really is awesome. Good night, everybody. I'm going to unmute the line. Good night, everybody. I can unmute the line. Good night, everybody. Go ahead and unmute.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye.
Great story.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the story.
Stay safe.
Goodbye, everybody.